Life safety issues exist. Emergency repairs required before restoration to make ready for intended use. Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
Firescape Engineers Inspector Summary Video. Here we are in New York, Firescape number 5 of 12, front side. This Firescape has 3 life safety issues. This tread, as you can see, is ready to go. That tread is ready to go on this side, and that tread is ready to go on that side. So it's been marked, clearly identified. So getting into Firescape must be structural style, must be kept painted. Like I've said on the other Firescapes, painting must have an EPA renovator's lead license dealing with lead paint. No welding allowed, so this type of welding no longer allowed as a form of repair. Everything has to be bolted. We have cement issues everywhere, 100% of the cement issues on this Firescape. We have all the treads need to come out, and all the treads need to get replaced, because it's going to be very difficult to repair these treads and clean out the rust on underneath these flats to the clips. If you can use them, but otherwise I think it's going to be more economical. This used to be the location for the ladder. I think they moved the ladder over to here, but instead of removing all the rust, what they did is they left all the rust there, and they just put some steel over it, and then they welded this piece in here. So again, welds that need to be backed up with bolts. Rail connections that need routine maintenance and paint, load testing, cement work here, all of those. I can't go up higher because you get all these broken treads, but again, the same as all the other ones. We have cement issues all over there, cement issues all here, the ladder connections, as you can see, clips, they're all bad as the shots show, all original hardware. So again, 50 to 75% of all the structural on this Firescape needs to be dealt with. Original hardware, rivets on the Firescape. You can see my concern with some of these treads. See how bad that was. Okay, and on top of there, it's that one. Okay, ready to fall, as you can see. Okay, so cement is in every connection there, as you can see. There, cement connection there. So a lot of times you can't inspect the Firescape once you start getting some treads ready to fall. A hammer test would have dropped these. So you don't have to necessarily drop them, you can just mark them and put caution tape on them. But again, this Firescape has life safety concerns at this time, not ready for its intended use. The ladder is also bent. The ladder is also bent in that somebody has dropped it, and that's the problem with these ladders. Once they release, you're supposed to manhandle it down slowly, but people just let it go, and that 15 to 20 foot drop just basically mangles the bottom of these. So that's why they don't do very well. All the clips of the rails are shot. So as you can see, Firescape with life safety concerns doesn't pass inspection. This is the 5th one of 6 in the front, and every single one of these has not passed inspection. Again, this is an initial evaluation. This is not to be used as a construction detailed document for bidding. It tells you what the problems are, not where they are, how you're going to fix it, and how many it's going to be. That's an engineer's oversight report for bid process. Cement work, as you can see. So it does definitely need an engineer's report. Engineer fees depend on the vendor that's going to do the work. Qualified vendors only need 3 visits. Unqualified vendors need about 5 visits to make sure they don't miss anything. And with that, then all these Firescapes can be dealt with. We have some safety issues with people down below. And as you can see, people walking underneath this Firescape while there's work being done. Might have the city request that you put scaffolding here. If that's the case, you may want to get the facade done on this building and any other work done, because the facade needs a month to 2 months worth of being put up. And again, the main reason why these Firescapes have been ignored is because they're not 6 stories and above, because Firescapes on 6 stories and above usually get inspected. Firescape on 6 stories and below like all these other buildings, do not get inspected. And so if you can imagine, this fire escape has never seen a full-blown inspection for 50 to 75 years. The evidence proves it right here. As you can see, all the rust buildup, they just kept throwing paint on it. They never fixed it. They just kept throwing paint on it. And because of that, we have treads ready to go, treads ready to go, treads ready to go. And it was only a tenant or a fireman. That one already has treads ready to go, as you can see there. So that's the main concern. And then they did change the ladder out. This is a new ladder, 10 to 15 years old, popped through and welded, which is good. And but I think they brought it from that side over to this side, because this ladder used to be on the opposite side, and they brought it here and made some slight modifications. I don't know why. Any questions, Fire Escape Engineers? 866-649-0333.
Life safety issues exist. Emergency repairs required before restoration to make ready for intended use. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.